Hi everyone, this video isn't really going to be much of anything. It's really just an update for my followers or people who watch my videos who happen to be interested in this, I guess. I'm already pretty loud about this on Tumblr, so I thought I should also talk about it on YouTube. Some of you may have seen my gender blurb Neutrois video that I made, I think, over a year ago. It was my 5th video, I think. If my memory serves me correctly, and I'm not going to rewatch the video to check because I hate watching my own videos actually. I believe I said that I am neither male nor female, nor a combination of those two, nor am I genderless. Well, that hasn't changed at all. Actually, my gender itself hasn't changed at all. I feel like my gender is very static and very clear-cut. It hasn't ever changed insofar as I'm aware. But what has changed is the word that I'm using to describe that gender, because I feel like Neutrois is no longer accurate. When I finally stopped ignoring my gender and started researching gender identity, Neutrois was the only gender that I found that resonated with me at all. Even though, even back then, I knew that it didn't perfectly describe my gender. I knew that I was/am neither male nor female nor any combination of those two. And I also knew that I still very much had a gender. I was not genderless in any way. So, based on what I found at the time, Neutrois and gender neutral were the closest to that. So, even though I knew they didn't fit me perfectly, I made them my own, and from there, that's what I referred to myself or thought of myself as. However, as time went by, I increasingly came across people who, wrongfully in my humble opinion, confused or associated Neutrois with agender and or genderlessness. And on top of that, I also have come across so many people spouting this bullshit, and to me it really is bullshit, that to be Neutrois you must experience dysphoria, and by definition, according to these people, by definition, someone who is Neutrois wants to transition to a sexless, or sometimes they use genderless, and that's incorrect, sexless body. And both of these things really, really bothered me. Like, it really bothered me. And so I started questioning myself, why do these things bother me so much? I mean, why the dysphoria transition crap bothers me is obvious, but why was I so bothered by the confusion and associations that people make between Neutrois and agender? So yeah, eventually I started questioning what gender neutral, what neutrality even is. Was I really neutral? To me, neutrality means not participating in something or not taking a side in something. So in order for there to even be neutrality, there must be two or more opposing sides, and in declaring my neutrality, I would be distancing myself from all of them, as if I don't have something to say about whatever it is I'm distancing myself from. And while neutrality may not be apathy or may have nothing to do with being apathetic about gender, to me, neutrality doesn't have any... If someone is neutral about something, they don't necessarily have conviction about something. They don't feel strongly enough to be out there and say something. They're more standing off and distancing themselves from whatever it is. And conviction is exactly how I feel about my gender. There is no neutrality whatsoever. I cannot, in fact, I feel like there is so much conviction behind my gender that I can't be silent about it. I can't take a neutral stance because my gender is too loud. My sense of my own gender is too loud. So in identifying as neutra or gender neutral, I am hiding behind some pretense of neutrality that isn't really there. That's the conclusion I came to. Because, yeah, neutrality, anything connected to that doesn't describe my gender at all. I feel like my gender is too unorthodox, too unconventional to be plotted as a point on a color scale, which is often used to illustrate genders. Because, red is female, blue is male, and there's a spectrum of colors in between those two. But really, my gender has nothing to do with either of those two, so it's not even on that spectrum or scale. And at the same time, I'm also not without gender. I'm not colorless. I'm not genderless. So, yeah, there is no existing gender identity insofar as I know that describes that. So after a year of trying to reconcile the incongruities that I felt with my neutral identity, I'm finally too tired of doing so. I feel like I shouldn't have to wiggle my way into a gender identity. If I identify as something, it should fit, and neutra doesn't fit. So I need a word that more accurately fits and describes my gender identity. So in the end, what did I do? I coined my own word because there is no existing word that fits. And that word is Maverique. And if you've been following me on Tumblr, you already know what Maverique is. I've been putting off making a video specifically about Maverique because, yeah, there are a lot of reasons, but eventually I'm sure I will make a video specific to what Maverique is. Anyone who is curious can check out the link or links in the video description. So many of you, especially those who don't use Tumblr, are probably like, how can you just make up your own word? How can you coin a word? Really? And yeah, there's a lot of shit that's gonna come with coining your own word. Obviously, nobody is gonna know what the hell it means, so every time I use it, I'm gonna have to pretty much define or clarify the word. But really, that's pretty much already the case. Like, even within the LGBTQ community, nobody knew or nobody knows what Neutrois is, and people don't know what asexual is or panromantic. So I'm already having to do this anyways, so that's not a problem for me. And obviously, there aren't since I created the word or coined the word on Tumblr, other people have started using it too, and I'm so thankful and happy about that. But still, nobody else outside of the internet, I'm sure, identifies as Maverique. So people are gonna think I'm crazier than probably they would think if I told them I was neutra, but I don't care. I'm sure there are people out there on the internet and outside of the internet who will think that I'm just an attention-seeking special snowflake. But again, that's already the case, so not a problem. Coining a word was really difficult, and I've been working on Maverique for the past month now. But yeah, I'm really happy about it. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about what exactly Maverique is in this video. Please check out the links in the description. But yeah, I'm Maverique. And thank you for watching this pretty pointless video. See ya.